Oh, Taja Kala Jopa Tamala, Depipa Tamala, Tashi direction, the Tomala Sanje, Tom D. or something, the system just Sanje Tamji, say me jealous somewhere, then something or Mati, the comes from the same thing, Tamjila, Chuba, Tashi Dele.
Tahidele to all who are joining on live stream and who are here in person. I offer you the immeasurable milk which occurs from the 3 times of Buddha's 4 immeasurables. I offer you these from Buddha's begging bowl to all of the sentient beings of the 3 realms.
Shilalani, Sada Zambelinge, Lomba Kerik Machikwa, Lomba Machikwa Saman, Tini, Salampo Damati, Takti Musum dirt in Garden Jamateri, Chöje Ayang Rinpoche, Gomba over the Indina Vola, the Ringasoke, Tosa Poche, the Drikung, Lama Chopa and Amitabha, the Dere Loma Tamje, Lama Sanje, Yamua Goze, the Conde, Totam Mini, the later Amitabha Foundation, the more you call it Dinsar among what is subject you had. Lama Chöpa, Lama Dinsar subject you are, Lama Chopa subject you are, they subject you, they tell me totally. The Riragel, Amitabha, the Riragel Sevasaya got his sort of Munchuli Trita, Amitabha Namina, Hochi,
And then today I would like to say that His Eminence Chöje Ayang Rinpoche gave profound teaching or path instruction of the Phowa around the world. There are different languages and different race. So then His Eminence Chöje Ayang Rinpoche passed away into pre-nirvana. So this is the first week. So for students, actually we are practicing to for His Eminence Chöje Ayang Rinpoche. Actually, Lord Jigten Sungkung said that even Buddha and Gurus passed away into pre-nirvana, we are going to practice for them, practice dedications for them. So that's where what should you should do, the disciples of His Eminence Ayang Rinpoche, is you are going to recite Amitabha mantra, the millions or billions of how many you can recite. That will, and then also the best thing is you are going to support and his the monasteries and centers. That is the keep in your mind, and then recite Amitabha's mantra as much as possible.
Drikung Kagyu Lineage, Drikung Kagyu Ayang Rinpoche, Dinsa Thoma de Deli, Hongan Yore, Drikung Kagyu Lineage.
According to the Drikung lineage, so in India, he first established the main center of Drikung Kagyu in India. That's where we are so grateful, His Eminence Chöje Ayang Rinpoche.
Rang Magellan Thona, Jagalong Baratoma, left the one from Kangi Captain, the Congo, Hajang Garden Chimbo, they are the Sajalong Barachud, Chapa, Toma Congo Garden.
So according to my individual, so first I came arrived in India. At that time I have a problem of the financials and so forth. At that time also he took care of me, so I'm so grateful for him. And also because of his kindness, then I could contact, make relations in these Western countries. So I'm so grateful.
So today, for the different pujas, we'll be doing the Lama Chopa puja and the Amitabha puja, and then the long aspiration for birth in the pure realm of Sukhavati prayer. We will begin with the yellow prayer book, opening prayers on page 1. All mothers, sentient beings, limitless as space, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience. May they experience happiness, be free from suffering, and swiftly may they attain precious, unsurpassed, perfectly complete enlightenment. All mothers, sentient beings, limitless as space, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience. May they experience happiness, be free from suffering, and swiftly may they attain precious, unsurpassed, perfectly complete enlightenment.
Mashe parda lunga yesum gewalako Uterena zonda nyama zanda zanjeb Lunga yesum gewalako.
For that purpose, until I attain Buddhahood, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue. Until death, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue. From today until this time tomorrow, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue.
Dedarim jene bada, Dibjen dola pendonda, Sancho semne jije, Dibjen dona la bala, Rumba jenda la baje.
I take refuge in the Buddhas until attaining the essence of awakening. Likewise, I take refuge in the Dharma and in the assembly of the Bodhisattvas. Just as the Buddhas of the past gave rise to bodhicitta and progressed along the Bodhisattva's path, so shall I give rise to bodhicitta for the benefit of all beings and practice the stages of the Bodhisattva's path. I take refuge in the Buddhas until attaining the essence of awakening. Likewise, I take refuge in the Dharma and in the assembly of the Bodhisattvas. Just as the Buddhas of the past gave rise to bodhicitta and progressed along the Bodhisattva's path, so shall I give rise to bodhicitta for the benefit of all beings and practice the stages of the Bodhisattva's path.
Sanje chudam sojen chonam la, sancho padu dane jasim, dage jimso jimbe sunam je, rola penso sanje debashu.
Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and the other perfections, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and the other perfections, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings.
Dongha da dongha je je dong da war je je dongha me pe de wa da man da wa je nyeren cha da nye da da ve da nyo ne par je je.
May all mothers, sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. Now we will go to the Lama Chopa sadhana, called the Exceedingly Concise Liturgy of the Lama Chopa in relation to Lord Jigten Sumgun, the Great Lord Drikung.
Nyam thang kar chan ru ru se Lama sanje drup zon son chok som kund Lama la sancho par du da jan che Nyam thang kar chan ru ru se Lama sanje drup zon son.
In the Guru deity embodiment of the three jewels, I take refuge until awakening is reached. To liberate infinite destitute beings, I make effort to accomplish the Guru Buddha.
Sanang savala mebe Nam ke kam kun
May the offering substances of gods and humans, those actually arranged and those mentally created, outer, inner, secret, and unsurpassed, pervade all reaches of space.
Namo Renadaya Namo Bhagava Benza Sarada Marda Tathangataya Aharte Samya Sambudaya Deyadavam Benza Mahan Benza Mahatenzo Benza Mahan Beyam Benza Maham Bodhe Siddham Benja Maham Bodhe Mendo Pasantama Sarva Karma Avare Behodan Sova Namo Renadaya Namo Bhagavate Benja Saradhamarada Tathangataya Aharte Samya Sambudaya Deyadavam Benza Maham Ben Mahatenzom Benza Maham Beyam Ben Maham Bodhe Siddham Ben Maham Bodhe Mendo Pasantramanam Ben Sarva Karma Avare Vishodanam Ben Sova Namo Nanadaya Namo Bhagavate Benza Saratamarda Tathangataya Aharte Samya Sambudaya Viyathavam Benza Maham Benza Maham Beyam Benza Maham Bodhe Siddham Benza Maham Bodhe Mendo Pasa Tamanam Ben Sarva Karma Avara Benza Dana Benza Soa. Dam La Sarve Dum Karen Chon Chen Jo Ye Won Ze Pedanya Dan Zabe Lama Dan Yen Me Jan Chon Je Dan Sum Jen Gong Gum Do Ka Man Sen Be Ze Jen Ba Le Chen Dan Cho Chu Gu Shang Ga Dan Mi Dong Zhe Be Ka Ta Chu Be Ma Ha Dong A Dian Wan Ye Gu Qian Wu Dun Der Dan Zan Sa Jer Dur Je Yu Te La Ta Chu Gun Be La Ma Tang Jin Zhe Tong Ju Ser Jian Chen Wei Go Dun Jia Ye Yong San Zhe Be De Ten Dam La Zong Qiu Sum Qiu Sum Ji Zhen Peng Dan Zhen Ne Sum Ye Ge Le Wen Zhe Ran Zhe Ye Xi Jin Zheng Ju.
Page 3. In an instant, I become the Yidam deity in the space in front on a sublime throne, precious and exquisite, and upon a lotus moon and sun sits the root guru, inseparable from Supreme Lord Jigten Sumgun. White tinged with red, he is radiant with the splendor of the major and minor marks. He wears bright saffron-colored Dharma robes, a monk's vest, and a red meditation hat, a sign of ultimate attainment. He sits in Vajra posture within a 5-colored rainbow sphere, his hands in the Mara subduing and meditation mudras. He is surrounded by the golden garland of the ultimate lineage, along with the masters of profound view, vast action, and meditation. In front and behind, to the right and left, upon lion thrones and seats of lotuses and moons, is the divine assembly of Yidams, the 3 jewels, and the Dharma protectors gathered like clouds. The light streaming from the 3 syllables at the 3 places invites the wisdom beings in identical forms.
Sum sa sum jam song kor dang ji Ngom tam jan ta ye ge je la Ro la je je nen de xie so so Dong an che dan so jin kun pen ji Tho san je ba kar je den ba yo Sam ye yon den pong bo da nye la Xie de zhang ya le je o
Victorious Lord Chopa, endowed with the 10 powers, together with your retinue, the ocean of 3 jewels and 3 roots, by the power of the previous vows which you took out of great compassion for all wandering beings, please come here without delay. Please be seated with joyful expression upon this lion throne with lotus and moon. With bodies as numerous as dust motes in the universe, I prostrate to the embodiment of inconceivable qualities.
Benza Samanza Pema Gamalaye Sada Ate Bobo Bate Zao Shab Sertam Chöje Doba Tindan Marmenten Chen Cho Shar Zenye Yaror Moje Nange Kang Gong Gang De Dage Bo
I offer oceans of realms, all filled with water for drinking and washing the feet, lotuses, clouds of incense, arrays of lamps, sweet fragrances, food, and music to fill all reaches of space.
Om Guru Buddharana Sabarevara Agambade Dasova Om Guru Buddharana Sabareva Padem Pade Dasova Om Guru Buddharana Sabareva Bube Pade Dasova Om Guru Buddharana Sabareva Dibbe Pade Dasova Om Guru Buddharana Sabareva Aloge Pade Dasova Om Guru Buddharana Sabareva Gende Pade Dasova Om Guru Buddharana Sabareva Gende Pade Dasova Om Guru Buddharana Sabareva Shabda Pade Dasova
Mentally gathering the 5 objects pleasing to the senses, the 7 treasures, the 8 auspicious symbols and substances, and so forth, I offer them to the victorious ones.
Some soldier non zemendala Rara lendan ye tombadran Na zondo yonte menyen zeba Berje ye lang
I offer you a mandala of 1 billion universes of all the 10 directions laid out in groups of Mount Meru, the continents, and the islands, all adorned with various desirables. Please accept it and grant accomplishments here and now. Now we'll recite the long Sarkama prayer in English only. I gaze upon the Supreme Self-Arisen Lama seated on the immutable, spontaneously established throne here in the mandala of primordially pure mind, as it is in the supreme palace of all victorious ones of the three times. I gaze upon the Supreme Lama, who is meaningful to behold. The instant I behold that great bliss of Dharmadhatu, I cross the vast ocean of samsara and arrive at the blissful pure ground. With the eye of wisdom, I gaze unwaveringly upon the Lama, the victorious hero in the battle. Just by remembering that refuge, all afflicting emotions, thoughts, and the hordes of Maras are defeated. In your body, the victorious ones of the three times of all 10 directions appear together with their offspring. With joy, I gaze upon your body adorned with all the major and minor marks seated on the throne of fearlessness, lotus, sun, and moon. Three kayas, nature of the mind, Vajradhara, you are inseparable from great bliss. Bowing down to you with innumerable bodies like cloud banks, yearning with a full voice, I prostrate and go for refuge. Your body, the nature of precious bodhicitta, is inseparable from all the victorious ones of the three times. Thus all Buddha fields are permeated by your body, and within your body all Buddha fields appear. I bow down to the glorious one. With your flawless, melodious speech, like an ocean of ambrosia, you show all phenomenon to be unborn, thereby defeating the Mount Meru of views. I prostrate to your unhindered Vajra speech. In the mandala of immutable mind beyond thought, you never move from the equanimity state of Dharmadhatu, yet you hold the wisdom power of knowing the three times. I prostrate to the spontaneously established non-duality. Even if expressed during all oceans of kalpas by all the victorious ones without exception, the qualities of your body, speech, and mind would not be completed. I prostrate to you who possesses limitless qualities. Until the ocean of samsara is exhausted, you perform the supreme activities that ripen all sentient beings. I prostrate to you, the Lama, who is the manifold, effortlessly arising, unceasing, supreme refuge. Oceans of emanated offerings to you delight the victorious ones and ripen all sentient beings. Having completely filled the Dharmadhatu, I make this unsurpassed offering unceasingly. From the heart palace of the great being radiates the light of immeasurable bodhicitta. Thus in all the pure lands of the 10 directions, innumerable beautiful offering goddesses manifest, holding water, flowers, incense, lamps, supreme scents, and food. From the cloud banks of offerings rain falls, delighting the victorious ones of the three times, thereby filling the spheres of realms. I make offerings to the victorious ones of the three times. Light radiates once more from the body of the victorious one, manifesting parasols, victory banners, draped banners, canopies, musical instruments, garments, precious jewels, medicine, and grains. I offer ocean-like cloud banks of these manifold offerings. The 7 precious royal attributes like the wheel, the 7 subsidiary ones like the mansion, the auspicious substances, the substances of the cities, and so on, have arisen from the 2 accumulations. Please accept these offerings. Furthermore, I behold in my mind and offer to the Protector all offerings throughout the limitless pure lands of the victorious ones that belong to an owner and do not belong to an owner, and all that is worthy to be offered. I offer all pure lands of the victorious ones of the three times, which are the very pure mandalas of the 3 kayas, completely filled with flawless prosperity. Please accept these offerings, you, the Lord of Compassion. To you, Protector, I offer my body, speech, and mind, all wealth equal to space without exception, and all the virtues accumulated in the 3 times. Out of compassion, please accept these for the benefit of all sentient beings. By seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, and recollecting the Vajra goddesses of form, sound, odor, taste, and tangible objects, the 3 obscurations are purified. I offer the goddesses of appealing objects to you. Please accept them, immaculate, victorious Lord. The Vajra goddess of body, nature of form, is the supreme goddess of fully purified ignorance. I merge her with the eyes of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the great bliss of non-duality. The Vajra goddess of mind, nature of sound, is the supreme goddess of fully purified hatred. I merge her with the ears of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the great bliss of non-duality. The Vajra goddess of qualities, nature of odor, is the supreme goddess of fully purified arrogance. I merge her with the nose of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the great bliss of non-duality. The Vajra goddess of speech, nature of taste, is the supreme goddess of fully purified desire. I merge her with the tongue of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the bliss of non-duality. The Vajra goddess of activity, nature of tangible objects, is the supreme goddess of fully purified jealousy. I merge her with the body of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the bliss of non-duality. The Vajra goddess of primordially emptiness of all phenomenon, nature of sound, is the supreme goddess of fully purified mind as it is. I merge her with the mind of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the great bliss of non-duality. I offer means and wisdom inseparable, the supreme victorious one, the 5 families with consorts, the assembly of Viras and Dakinis, and the Buddhas filling the limitless sky. Please accept this great bliss. From the equality of all phenomenon, the ocean-like samadhi, oceans of unwavering manifestations arise and guide all beings. Please accept the assemblies of the victorious offspring, the bodhisattvas, who rule all Buddha fields. The ones of great fierce, wrathful, out of immeasurable compassion, show grinding teeth and fierce faces on their posing bodies. Please accept these wrathful, victorious ones of primordial wisdom who defeat the hordes of Maras by the roar of Hong and Pe. All manifold clouds of outer, inner, and secret offerings are offered in this vast mandala of Samantabhadra's mind, within the mode of abiding of unchanging non-duality. The unsurpassed offering of suchness is offered. All phenomenon are primally and completely pure mind as it is. Within that, whatever confusion, dualistic appearance of oneself and others, distinction of good and bad, hatred and attachment there might be, each and everything, I confess, may it be purified within that state. With a happy mind, I rejoice in all virtues of all the victorious ones of the 3 times, of the assemblies of the superior ones, of the unceasing wheel of the 2 accumulations, and of sentient beings. I beseech you, protectors in the worlds of the 10 directions, by completely turning the wheel of stainless Dharma with the sound of the ocean-like branches of melodious speech, please ripen all sentient beings without exception. I beseech you, protectors who abide throughout all realms, please do not pass into nirvana until the exhaustion of the dhatu of space. Rather, fulfill your commitments by abiding permanently. May all sentient beings be established in the unsurpassed supreme state by this virtue, by the virtues accumulated in the 3 times throughout all samsara and nirvana, and by the undefiled innate virtue, by the light rays of immeasurable great compassion from the palace of body, speech, and mind of the victorious one. Please purify my body, speech, and mind, and thus transform it into your body, speech, and mind. Protector, as you have made offerings and delighted the sublime Lama, likewise may I always offer ocean-like clouds of offerings and delight you. May I follow in your footsteps. May I perform limitless activities that do not even waver a hair's tip with respect to the liberation of your body, speech, and mind. May I be renowned in the 3 worlds. Thus may anybody, just by hearing my name or remembering me, be completely liberated from the tormenting suffering and attain the state of great bliss of the victorious ones. May I turn into any form equal to the expanse of sentient beings, taming them according to their needs. Thereupon may they take refuge joyfully and be established in the unsurpassed supreme awakening. Those ones who are oppressed with shrouds of ignorance, who lost the path, who are threatened by afflicting emotions, such as the henchmen of the Lord of Death, may helplessly remember me and instantly find the supreme path. Becoming the inexhaustible wheel of ornamentation, which is body, speech, and mind of all victorious ones of the three times, may I completely dry out the ocean of samsara and establish all sentient beings in the unsurpassed supreme state. In all my lives, may I never be separated from the authentic Lama and enjoy the glories of the Dharma by completely perfecting the qualities of bhumis and paths. May I swiftly attain the state of Vajradhara. We'll return to the Lama Chopa text on page 7.
Gosam rab gultam vesam tsarshin sana samsum chudren jam sunchu desam jeje de don so sorsha samsum zepe perla jeyeran Tesam chujang kolo korvadan Dorje sam jang ovon so jeso Korsam nam da ge so jam so go Gosam kom ban la me tov sen ho.
To the Guru who embodies all the Sugatas of the three times, I respectfully pay homage with my three doors. I make oceans of outer, inner, and secret offerings. I confess all wrongdoings and downfalls created by the three poisons. I fully rejoice in the three secrets. Please turn the Dharma wheel of the three vehicles and remain in the nature of the three Vajras. I dedicate an ocean of virtue completely free of the three spheres and in order to attain the unsurpassed state of the three Kayas.
Yom den jam soran yin yin yang jie yin la bum jie tu sa.
Precious Guru, supreme refuge worthy of homage, embodiment of the victorious ones of infinite directions and times, with certainty in your ocean-like qualities, I pay homage and offer praise with 100,000 melodies.
Guru Mama Siddhi Palav Namo Guru Bandadri Lojanata Rena Shirima Guru Mama Siddhi Palav Namo Guru Mandadri Lojanata Rena Shirima Guru Mamandra Siddhi Palav Namo Guru Mandadri Anadharana Shirimal Guru Mahamudra Siddhibalahu Ova Namo Guru Benzodri Lojanatharana Shirimal Guru Mahamudra Siddhibalahu Ova Namo Guru Benzodri Lojanatharana Shirimal Guru Mahamudra Siddhibalahu Ova Namo Guru Benzodri Lojanatharana Shirimal Guru Mahamudra Siddhibalahu Ava Namo Guru Benzodri Lojanatharana Shirimal Guru Mahamudra Siddhibalahu Ava Namo Guru Benzodri Anadharana Shirimal Guru Mahamudra Siddhibalahu Ava Namo Guru Benzodri Lojanatharana Shirimal Guru Mahamudra Siddhibalahu Ova Namo Guru Benzodri Lojanatharana Shirimal Guru Mahamudra Siddhibalahu Ova Namo Guru Benzodri Lojanatharana Shirimal Mahamudra Siddhibalahu Ova Namo Guru Benzodri Lojanatharana Shirimal Guru Mahamudra Siddhibalahu Ava Namo Guru Benzodri Lojanatharana Shirimal Guru Mahamudra Siddhibalahu Ava Namo Guru Benzodri Lojanatharana Shirimal Guru Mahamudra Siddhibalahu Ava Namo Guru Benzodri Lojanatharana Shirimal Guru Mahamudra Siddhibalahu Ava Namo Guru Benzodri Lojanatharana Shirimal Mahamudra Siddhibalahu Ava Namo Guru Benzodri Lojanatharana Shirimal Guru Mahamudra Siddhibalahu Ava Namo Guru Benzodri Lojanatharana Shiriman Guru Mamand Sedebalaho Namo Guru Menzade Lojana Tarana Shiriman Guru Mahamad Sedepalahot Namo Guru Manzade Lojana Tarana Shiriman Guru Mahamad Sedepalahot Namo Guru Manzade Lojana Tarana Shiriman Guru Mahamad Sedepalahot Namo Guru Manzade Nanatarana Shiriman Guru Mamad Sedepalahot Namo Guru Manzade Lojana Tarana Shiriman Guru Mahamad Sedepalahot Namo Guru Manzade Lojana Tarana Shiriman Guru Mahamad Sedepalahot Sabja samjarva tam je Gosong toje ngovosan lape Sasam drove jam gorenashe Yapse jubarjela sorvande Jela to parasengelo Sozolongo do parasengelo Semnye chagato parasengelo Seje sanje toba sengelo Shesar tarpen korso lamate Lama Chanjen togar devane Kaman tensavuntu danyeje Nebje tembe drivje remdaje Wan yele tokuje savuntu Tarne lama voporam yinda Tarne rantem lama sansumda Ranga gosam nyamba jemborju.
Page 9. To Ratna Shri, the Father who is the refuge and protector of all beings of the three realms, and who is the essence of the blessings of the body, speech, and mind of all the victorious ones, the 10 directions and 3 times, together with your lineage of disciples, I pray. Grant me your blessings that I may realize the illusory body to be the Nirmanakaya. Grant me your blessings that I may realize the life energies to be the Sambhogakaya. Grant me your blessings that I may realize mind itself to be the Dharmakaya. Grant me your blessings that I may attain Buddhahood in this very life. With this supplication, the retinue dissolves into the Guru. From the Guru's forehead, throat, heart, and navel radiate white, red, blue, and yellow lights, which dissolve into my 4 places, purifying the 4 obscurations. I receive the 4 empowerments, and the seeds of the 4 kayas are planted. In the end, the Guru also melts into light and dissolves into me. The Guru's 3 secrets and my 3 doors merge inseparably. The virtue from having perfectly practiced the glorious Guru, together with the virtue of having offered praise and supplication, I dedicate to all beings dwelling in the 3 realms of samsara. May they attain the state of the Guru, who is the whole of samsara and nirvana.
Chen Lama Chöpa and Sang Yon Den Te Ye Gu Gong Sa Chen Chong Du Ra Shi Shu.
By the power of the 3 chariots of the Sutra and Tantra vehicles, the assembly of kind lineage gurus, and the qualities of their 3 secrets, may there be the auspiciousness that all beings realize Mahamudra, the supreme accomplishment. We'll go to page 21 to recite the Lama Chopa prayer in English only. Embodiment of all the victorious ones of 10 directions and 3 times, essence of the 5 kayas and 5 wisdoms, your boundless, compassionate activities are all embracing. Incomparable Guru, at your feet I pray. Precious, glorious root Guru, seated on a lotus at my heart, please care for me with kindness and bestow accomplishments of body, speech, and mind. As I make offerings and pray to you, exalted Guru, the source from which all such accomplishments arise, please care for me with love from this day onward and all my future lives. By visualizing single-pointedly the land arisen from the glory of abundant merit, the blissful pure land and the Buddha of unchanging light, may I cultivate the pure land perfectly, and may I be reborn there after passing from this life. A garland of light radiates from the Buddha's heart. From the tips of the rays, the second Buddha, Lord Jigten Sumgun, manifests and then descends together with his sons. Having gathered accumulations and purified obscurations, may my mind stream ripen with ease. Perfect guide Ratnasri, within whom the wisdom, love, and power of all the Buddhas of the three times are condensed, single sufficient source of refuge, master, and two sons. Through supplicating you, may I attain the two accomplishments. May the wisdom nectar of your three pure secrets wash away all misdeeds, obscurations, and unawareness from my three doors, and may my understanding of the boundless fields of knowledge, such as explanation, debate, and composition, be equal to Manjushri's. Now that I have found a precious human body possessing all the qualities of freedom and advantage, and have met the teachings of the flawless practice lineage, please grant your blessings that the awareness of impermanence will swiftly dawn within my mind, and thereby may the 8 worldly concerns collapse. As I am frightened and uncertain as to when the Lord of Death will suddenly appear and strike my fragile life, grant your blessings that I may practice the holy Dharma with fervent diligence, which will surely be of benefit in this and future lives. Grant your blessings that I am able to discern between what I should and should not do according to the prohibitions, such as the 3 kinds of vows taken with the master, the disciples, and the yidam, and bless me to know what to do and what to avoid in accordance with the subtle workings of karma, cause and effect. Since beginning this time, I have experienced only suffering in the 6 realms of samsara. Grant your blessings that I may bring forth renunciation with the deepest sadness towards this existence. May I strive for liberation. In seeking their own benefit, sentient beings have created evil and suffered greatly and endured much pain for countless lifetimes in the past. Recognizing them to be my parents, grant your blessings that I may develop compassion and the supreme resolve of bodhicitta. Grant your blessings that my practice of perfectly realized Mahamudra, the unelaborated Dharma sphere, may unify with the accumulation of great merit, generosity, and so forth. Grant your blessings that with the wheel-like weapon of the profound path, I may completely sever the web of samsaric existence, the karmic winds of the conceptual mind. Thereby may I attain in this very life the state of the presiding master Vajradhara, the powerful lord of the 4 kayas. Should I not attain supreme accomplishment in this life, may I be born among the foremost disciples of Jigten Sumgun Boundless Light in the western lotus land called Bliss Endowed. In brief, in all my lifetimes, may I never be parted from the excellent teachings of the peerless Lord Drigumpa Ratnasri. May I be accepted by gurus, and may I strive with devotion for the purpose of others and myself. By the compassionate blessings of the 3 jewels and the victorious ones, through my yearning with intense devotion, and by the power of phenomena's natural state, the infallible truth of cause and result, may our wishes be fulfilled according to this aspiration. Now we'll go to the Amitabha sadhana, called the meditation and recitation of Amitabha, called Uniting with the Pure Land of Sukhavati, beginning on page 1.
Lama Chopa Mebala Korsan Chosen Baba Mebako
In the space in front appears the Guru in the form of Amitabha, surrounded by an inconceivable retinue of bodhisattvas.
Namo Goncho Sumdan Savasa Jamne Namla Jasanje Rogo Sanje Lango Sanjonjo Semje Doi Namo Gonjo Samdan Zavasa Jamne Namla Japsunje Rogo Sanje Lango Sanjonjo Semje Doi.
Namo to the three jewels and the three roots, the places of protection, I go for refuge. In order to establish all beings in Buddhahood, I give rise to the mind set on supreme awakening.
Sharzero Mala Soba, Munja Yeja Tonamba, Pama Soja Yesoso, Toma Mena Dadeba, Mege Jodan Saminga, Simne Nyama Wanjobe, Deba Tamje Shabaji, Nintaranja Sanchose. So Jevo La Soba, Dusum Gewa Jisaba, Sunam Lane Dayera, Sinjenam Je Sambata, Loye Sera Jedava, Jejong Tumon Tebaye, Chujian Kolo Gordoso, Koa Jise Madom. Clemendo Tuje Donga Jamso Sinwaye Simchen Namla Zeso Dage Sonam Jebsaba Tamche Sancho Junjune Rembo Maton Jowaye Rembe Badu Dajuji.
Page 2. With sincere faith, I pay homage to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas abiding in the 10 directions and 3 times. I offer flowers, incense, lamps, fragrances, food, music, and the like, actually arranged and mentally created. Supreme gathering, please accept them. I confess all evil deeds, the 10 non-virtues, and 5 acts without interval that I have committed, overpowered by mental afflictions, since beginningless time until now. I rejoice in the merit, all the virtue accumulated in the 3 times by the Shravakas, Praktya Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, ordinary beings, and the like. Please turn the wheel of the Dharma of the greater and lesser vehicles and the teachings common to both, according to the aspirations and diverse mental capacities of sentient beings, until samsaras emptied do not pass into nirvana, but compassionately look upon sentient beings drowning in the ocean of suffering. May all the merit I have accumulated become the cause of awakening, and may I soon become a glorious guide of beings. The field of accumulation dissolves into me. Thus the mind of the 4 immeasurables has arisen within the mind streams of myself and all sentient beings. May all sentient beings have happiness. May they be free from all suffering. May they never be separate from happiness. May they abide in great equanimity.
Garbo Yonjale Pede Denda Ranye Jineze Sharja Sanyen Taja Bem Tenze Sambenyam soje gumebem nana jejo yo danje nam garbe de den do raya ma bo zara barve sobje sanje sansen boze jinzen do dun shalo ten la ya zara jo ne zon Simchen le na dan zin bak cha cha Özer tundu shiye ne jurve jove cha Sanje wo pa me ma sa pe ma ra ge lun bo da Shar je sa nye nyam ja lung zin zin Chu nam su su yin ji ru yu tu je jin Rola da do ze sim je ku mi chim bo sa te ya sa pan cho jin re ze shar je sa nye yun be ga ran ze gar bo rin jin je yin da yo zo yan da jar se de jin da shar je sa nye yun be do jin ze Ngumbo rin chin jin jin yin da yong khur da san Gen dun so je go zo ne sum zhe sum chen ba Ozer ka man ten so so ju da Che par de wa jin je shin du zhe nam da ko Tu dan ju go de ge je ne
Back to page 5. Appearance and existence, all phenomenon of samsara and nirvana, are empty by nature. Not realizing this, how afflicted are deluded beings in samsara. My own awareness appears as a white Hri, the manifestation of unified emptiness, clarity, and compassion. The Hri transforms into myself, appearing as Chenrezig, seated upon a cushion of lotus and moon. I have one face and 4 arms. 2 are joined at the heart, and the other 2 hold a lotus and garland. Peaceful with loving countenance, I am dressed in the garments of a Smoggakaya Buddha. Sitting in cross-legged posture, my lower body is enfolded in a lotus. In the space in front, upon a seat of lotus and moon, appears a red Hri gleaming with light. The light radiates, pleasing the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions and gathering their knowledge, love, and power. The light then dissolves back into the Hri. Again, light rays radiate to the 6 realms, purifying the karmic visions, the self-grasping and habitual imprints of sentient beings. The light gathers back, and the Hri transforms into the supreme protector of beings, Buddha Amitabha. He is bright red like a mountain of rubies, with 1 face and 2 arms, in equipose mudra, holding a begging bowl. He is garbed in the 3 Dharma robes and sits in cross-legged posture. Ceaselessly looking upon beings with eyes of compassion, he appears as the great embodiment of all Buddhas. On his right is the noble supreme Chenrezig, with 1 face and 2 arms. Holding a white lotus with the left hand, white and adorned with jewels, he stands upright. To the left of the Lord is the Bodhisattva Vajrapani, with 1 face and 2 arms, holding a vajra in the left hand. Blue and adorned with jewels, he stands upright. They are surrounded by an assembly of bodhisattvas. The 3 places of the principal Lord are marked with the 3 syllables. From the syllables, white, red, and blue light radiates to the 10 directions, and in particular to the pure land of Sukhavati, invoking the heart pledge of Amitabha and his retinue, who then instantly appear at this place.
shen kan ne ran dan san zhe nan dan ko dan ji de na dan ze yi xie yan me jiang ze jian tou ji long ne zou jie ge me be lo dan san be nan re de tao dan wan ge ne de xie ne jiang na zo be ma da we den den de zhang ce jian kan da ye me yo.
Home. In this great bliss sphere of my own primordially pure awareness abides Amitabha and retinue as the naturally present innate radiance. From the beginning, the Samaya being and wisdom being are one, yet your form manifests from the expanse of great love and compassion in accordance with the mental inclinations of beings. Following your heart pledge, come here to this place and be seated indivisibly from the mandala of the Samaya being.
Om Deva Sabare Vara Banza Sama Zanja Za Hong Bahu Samaya Dejale. Phowa Om Sarvabhe Pura Pura Sura Sura Avardebe Phowa Om Sarvabhe Pura Pura Sura Sura Avardebe Phowa Om Banda Saparana Jedang den ben chuyon de yin be ram yin jar ve shar de be Drikung Kagyu be zum so jur je tang se nyong yong shab sen de chur chum ram yin jar ve shar de be Drikung se be dong wa che jur je La zi me do na zo zi ba de zi be ra jar ve jin lam be Drikung to den yong den du den xiu ning jie jie jia zhen qiu du ben de zun zhi ram yin jar ve xiang lam be Drikung qi jing na zhu jur jie sar yin na wen ren qian zhi men de San den ram yin jar ve to la be Drikung chun lo mo mo se wa xiu ke gam la Zin den min jie cha xie ra ram yin jie be zhou a gun jie qi ni do ba xiu ru jia ju dan din bi xiu zi de tab jie ran jar ve jia lam be Drikung den zai se jian cao wa xiu bu dong zhu so nin jie ru mo cao du jie ran yin jar ve nian lam be Drikung sa sim dang den ba xiu wang bo zhen zhen de be yong den a ma la ram yin jar ve nam lam be Drikung sa me de ve ngom ba xiu zha xie zhe jia dang ren qin de yi xie ram yin jar ve nam lam be Drikung sa ji yong den to ba xiu.
Page 10. Hri. I offer this water endowed with 8 attributes, with the nature of generosity, to the mouths of the victorious ones. May there be perfect fortune for all beings. I offer this foot cleansing water, clear, cool, pristine, and exquisite, and with the nature of morality, to the feet of the victorious ones. May all beings be relieved from the torment of existence. I offer various beautiful celestial flowers that have the nature of patience to the eyes of the victorious ones. May all beings be endowed with the 7 attributes of the higher realms. I offer naturally sweet-smelling scents, blended incense that has the nature of diligence to the noses of the victorious ones. May all beings become free from the bonds of existence. I offer this precious, radiant, and lustrous lamp that has the nature of meditation to the hearts of the victorious ones. May all beings clear away the dense darkness of their deluded minds. I offer fragrant medicinal elixir, saffron, and the like, which have the nature of transcendent knowledge, to the bodies of the victorious ones. May all beings realize the inner nature of phenomenon. I offer food endowed with the essence of 100 tastes, with the nature of method, to the tongues of the victorious ones. May all beings be sustained by the food of samadhi. I offer harmonious musical instruments, such as those of conch, shell, drum, and bell, which have the nature of power, to the ears of the victorious ones. May all beings be endowed with the awakening mind. I offer the 5 desirables that appease the senses and have the nature of prayer to the victorious ones. May all beings be satisfied by untainted bliss. I offer the 8 auspicious substances, the 8 auspicious symbols, and the 7 royal attributes, which have the nature of wisdom to the victorious ones. May all beings attain the attributes of Buddhahood.
Om Sarva Bhunja Manga Samandra Safare Samaya Ahu. Tham je da da zong da ma zong bo gong da le long ju do ba jin je ba de me de shen de per wa ye ro gong dan je ra je san sem de nam da shen de to mi je wa yu.
All owned and unowned things of the entire infinite billion-fold universe, my own body, enjoyments, and all possessions, I offer without holding anything back to the pure land of Sukhavati. May the self-grasping of beings be thereby fully pacified. May they be endowed with the awakening mind, and may their birth in the pure land be unobstructed.
Om Rena Mandala Bunza Mango Ahu Oi Roshan Sanje Doba Tun Santa Rik Dong Zemen Ho Sin Chu Bamba Nian Zen Churna Chu Nye Long De Ya Go Sam Lai Zola Jera To Je Jin Che Me Ba Chung Ko Go Korsam Kunjara Jin Chu Go Jo Korsam Me Me Chadar Jimbo Ho.
Realizing that my own mind is the Buddha, I pay homage on the ultimate level, abiding within ungraspable, empty awareness. Everything comprised within appearance and existence is offered. Deluded perceptions of dualistic grasping are confessed within the expanse of Dharmata. I rejoice within the state of the spontaneous completion of the 3 kayas. The Dharma wheel of unceasing compassion will always turn. Abide within the natural Dharmakaya that pervades all samsara and nirvana. In infinite pervasiveness, where there is no reference point of the 3 spheres, dedication will always take place.
de jin shen do ju jian ko lo go sem chen nam la do du tu ji zi tam jo xia yin ru we dun ze ba nam da nyang ze la sam sar du jin le ze dan tu jin tab la so jar se san sen zha jian pa be zo de qin xiong de jiu be la zo la lu nga ye song gu be som son lo.
Hri, ever turning the wheel of Dharma in the pure land of Sukhavati, you unceasingly look upon sentient beings with compassion. Homage and praise to Amitabha, who, abiding in equipoise, follows his pledge to act for the purpose of beings. To Chenrezig, Vajrapani, and the other bodhisattvas, the noble assembly of arhats, and the gathering of deities abiding in Sukhavati, I humbly pay homage and offer praise with body, speech, and mind.
Na dan shem da ye ru yu sun gu te ye wu le ngan chen kar bu zhe to kar net dun je to kar tem ko sung to je to dan ko nam te to ka shem ta ngan chen le azar mar bo ngan chen shan ne do rang ge sha Sun lang zhu du de dar ju men che do kor wa le nga le wa ze ka do ngan tu be so ju san jie san sun ye ba ze kam sam sim kun je de zhe jian ju nam da de xin du ju.
Bottom of page 17. At the heart of myself, appearing as Chenrezig, on a moon disk is a Hri surrounded by the 6-syllable mantra, circling clockwise. From it, light radiates and a white mantra garland issues forth, emerges from my heart, and dissolves into the heart of the deity visualized in front. Thus, Amitabha's compassionate heart pledge of body, speech, and mind is invoked. From the mantra garland around the Hri at the heart of Amitabha, a red mantra garland of light emerges from his mouth, enters my mouth, and I obtain blessings and attainments. In this way, the mantra circles continuously between myself and Amitabha. The multicolored light issuing from the circling mantra garland pleases the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions, purifies the 3 types of obscurations of all sentient beings in the 3 realms, and the universe and beings transform into the pure land of Sukhavati.
Om Amedevasha, Om Amedevasha, Om Amedevasha, Om Amedevasha, Om Amedevasha, Om Amedevasha. Amedevasha, Om 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 Amedevasha. Amedevasha, Om 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 Amedevasha. Om Amedevasha, 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 Hare Navadayeka. Don't traverse and lot Nawa doye na me arare jugo ngomzarji.
Poem. Transcendent Conqueror, Protector, Buddha Amitabha. Sorry, page 19. Home. Innate awareness is the form of Amitabha. Look at the mind that is free of subject-object duality. There is no other Amitabha than that. How wondrous is the truth body of self-knowing awareness.
Om Amedevasha, 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 Om Amedevasha.
Oh, chiro nambara tani triso shoyi tani da lama gewe shin samchi gongpa zo song san da zuko tongji mdok sam na ya di zuko ter chukko so muni chukpa tawari me di chukko namka tawara de yo mari pan da je to jechi yo mari tani logo tabu shin kang samchi la zhangmei pa yo yo re 是看官那些的，这里这大致这个这我从主要是做参嘛呀，这个康个有的，一点些人不有的，这里既当地个接受了，当地的义务了，一批个落车马了，车米也落去了，这里他们这跑他们这这什么他们这也得做嘛，但是我是这个的。每年这里没多个，每年没多了，你说我的，这单位这那个。 대바다 춤제 체체가 라버드 냠리는 이렇게 담범 저르지용 거리 깜들었더니 참에 냠리나야 랑게들이 발생이 죽을 내가 지야 라면 고벌로 맨들이 야지로 똥저리 말에 제 톡을 제 기모요래
I remember these two Dharma friends. Actually, we consider that many of these spiritual masters passed away, so we cannot see their forms. Actually, that is the Nirmanakaya form, but Dharmakaya is Dharmakaya provides in the space. Dharmakaya is the birthless and deathless, and neither can or nor go. So then there in the Sambhogakaya's Pure Land, there are countless of these these spiritual masters, as it says in the Golden Temple prayer. Actually, there are the six the sentient beings of 6 realms are included. Nirmanakaya. They all possess Sungatangarbha or Buddha nature, but the condition that temporarily this Sungatangarbha covers by the self-grasping. So the best antidote of self-grasping is 4 immeasurables. If one practices 4 immeasurables, then compassion with the male are chinas, and compassion with the females are tara. So it is if one practices 4 immeasurables, then one's mind mutuals. It is like flowers. So the best way to practice is one should have to give rise faith and then practice. If one practice, give rise faith to the one's guru and then practice, then your practice is multiple and millions or billions. So the main thing is you are going to practice, and whatever you do, your actions should be engaged 6 perfections, and then that is the best practice for one's guru.
Roma Kangi in the taste of Chilla, Ropachi, and the Mochi Kong, go to the Pulli, Chepari or Mari, told the Tarang, the thought of Jella, Lapot the Dinner, the Tote Achimo Yore, Lama Musi Yore, the Lama Musi Yo may sound up in a Malari Bangam dinner, Malari Bakusha, the Shim Kari Doctor, Kong, Joan, I can't chat the old Kongsi or my Tanguni, Lama Tatanjaya Yore, and Kaduchina. Rocket city, Muslim Lama talked around saying, Yemi Chayore, Gangli dinner, Congressly, Tondam with them by Zeti or Eon Mari, Maso Lama and Kaka Solomon, Kong Rangatini, down for the Yemi, the Tamsi to the chap de Yore, Zambo Job Mountain, Sanchok Semji, but good of Sanchok Semji, Tamal Chabion Yore, Chemi, Sabat Chemi, Chayore. Tondam Sajuk, the Kongava Tondam Sajuk, Yogore, Ramili or the Tirangani, the shit of Pani, Lamang or Esi, Te Chonjetan, the Musitini, Rangi, the Jay gave a tata, Kogur Roma, Rodo, Chito, Tetal Roma Kangi, Rokachi, Gondo Samji Machaba, the Rang and Driver Samji Machaba, Yogore, the Sameti Tokas only a boy or Tachidele.
Moreover, in different countries and different places, there are His Eminence Chöje Ayang Rinpoche's centers, temples, and groups, sangha groups, and so then these students should have the help those students who has some difficulties or problems. If you help the Chöje Ayang Rinpoche students, if you help those students of Ayang Rinpoche, then if you help them, then that is the best offering to Ayang Rinpoche, because his mind pervades everywhere, and then he loves those students. So that's where right now Guru is really exists. because his mind provides in the space. So as Milarepa says in his legacy, that if you focus his 100,000 songs of Milarepas, he says, I provide in the space. So that's where you should mix your mind and your guru's mind. And then if you do that, then guru is always stay with your mind inseparably. So Guru already realized that non-duality that between your mind and his mind. So actually that says that the view is the inseparable of the samsara and nirvana, as it says in the King of Aspiration too. So during this relative truth, one should practice the four immeasurables and so forth for the sake of your guru who pass into nirvana. And then your guru stay on the ultimate truth. So that's where you always you should apply your mindfulness that your mind is guru and inseparable. So this compounded practice is then you practice, you help those students who has problems, especially those students who are the disciples of Ayang Rinpoche. Then if you help them, support them, then that is the best offer to him.
Amitabha Amitabha Mark driving at the sentimentally doggery, the Marker Gongu Tonda, the young Havana, and Mark driving to Chimney Batana, the hot young Pinchimboy, they got the very young, the same young doggery, Yam the Master young the Yapoyong Mare, the dollar sent the Yam the dog of a chet, the young Botago. My young dear from Donjera, my young Pinchimboy, the young to sailor, and the tate on the child of your listen here, can't one another. My young Donjete, Flarang the Damkari, Torsion, the my young Himbo, Dadang Himbo, Joe, Dadang Himbo, Mulian to Gamare, the Dadang Himbo, the Yin Togore, the take each moyore, the Tama, the Geta Pongi, the New Naya, Kichimore, the Ranatini, Yamtor Pima Chimore, Lama Gonzolini, get out of Chetam, Hatter to get up a billion royore, they told on the marriage.
So we recite this Amitabha mantra or Amitabha. Actually, sometimes we accumulate the numbers and recite quickly. Sometimes it benefits, but best way to recite this Amitabha mantra and other this Yadam's mantra is recite with melodies. As Guru Rinpoche said that if one recites mantra purely or correctly, its benefit is hundreds. But if one recite mantra with samadhi, then it benefits multiples, millions. So that's where then how we should recite with samadhi is we should recite through melodies. If one recite mantras with melodies, then one's mind come with these melodies. So that's where also we need some very kind of sweet or very kind of beautiful melodies. Without beautiful melodies, then our mind cannot go with these recitations of mantras. So that's where if one recites mantra with the melodies, it has great benefits. So in the future, if you record your main yidam's mantra through a melodious song, then you play that recording and then recite with this recording, and then if you do that greatly benefits. And so right now we are practicing those gurus who pass into nirvana. So actually this is the opportunity to improve one's realization and increases one's practices. So that's where you make efforts to practice and keep these things in your mind. So if you are going to count the numbers of this mantra, then you can do this with recite through melodious sound. So that's, for example, you recite Om Amitabha as Rinpoche chant. At that time, you can count with your malabis with Om Amitabha, these 6 syllables, each and every one you can count that. So that's where when you recite recite a single mantra with melodies, at that moment you can count 50 times of these mantras. Page 20. Home. Transcendent Conqueror, Protector, Buddha Amitabha, and Noble Assembly of loving Bodhisattvas, compassionately look upon us afflicted beings and guide us to the Pure Land of Sukhavati. In accord with your past bodhicitta vows, not wavering from the sacred bond, Deity with great compassion, please exhaust all negative karma and empty samsara from its depths. At this moment, please act as our guide. As I, with intense devotion, have thus invoked the enlightened mind, red light rays of compassion radiate from the heart of Amitabha and dissolve into the hearts of myself and all beings. Self-grasping, misconceptions, and delusion have collapsed in themselves. The state of selfless Dharmakaya is realized, and I rest in the nature of clarity and emptiness, free from grasping and elaboration.
Sonam Taye Damba Gandude Joa Dongar Cheur Simbana Wabame Dera Tobar Sho.
By all the limitless and sacred merit obtained through this meditation and recitation, may all beings drowning in the river of suffering attain the supreme state of Amitabha. Hom Hri, all-pervasive Dharmakaya, protector Amitabha, Sambhogakayas, the loving assembly of Bodhisattvas and Nirmanakayas, the gatherings of Shravakas and Arhats, together with your retinues, please endow all beings with the auspiciousness to progress to Sukhavati. Okay, now we're going to read the long prayer called An Aspiration for Birth in the Pure Realm of Sukhavati. Starting with Emaho. In the direction of the setting sun from here past innumerable worlds and slightly elevated above us is the pure realm of Sukhavati. Although I do not see it with my physical eye, it is vividly clear in my mind. There resides the Bhagavan Amitabha, the color of ruby. He blazes with majesty. He is adorned by 32 good marks and the 80 signs, such as the Unisha on his head and the wheels on his feet. He has one face and two hands and holds an alms bowl in meditation. Wearing the 3 Dharma robes, he is seated in Vajra posture on a 1,000-petaled lotus and moon disc seat. His back is supported by a Bodhi tree. He gazes upon me from a distance with compassionate eyes. On his right is the Bodhisattva Avalokita. He is white and holds a white lotus in his left hand. On Amitabha's left is the Bodhisattva Mahasambha Pramta. He is blue and holds in his left hand a lotus with a vajra on it. The right hands of them both display to me the mudra of giving protection. These 3 principles are like Mount Meru, vivid, distinct, and brilliant. Their retinue is 1 trillion bodhisattva bhikshus. All of them are golden in color and adorned by the marks and signs. Wearing the 3 Dharma robes, they fill the realm with yellow. As there is no difference between near and far for devoted prostration, I devotedly prostrate to you with my 3 gates. The Dharmakaya Amitabha is the lord of the family. The light rays of his right hand emanate Avalokita and 1 billion further emanations of Avalokita. The light rays of his left hand emanate Tara and 1 billion further emanations of Tara. The light rays of his heart emanate Padmakara and 1 billion further emanations of Padmakara. I prostrate to the Dharmakaya Amitabha. Buddha, you kindly and constantly regard all beings throughout the 6 times of day and night. You always know what thoughts are moving through the mind of every being. You always hear distinctly the words spoken by every being. I prostrate to the omniscient Amitabha. It is said that other than those who have rejected Dharma or done any of the 5 worst actions, all who have faith in you and make the aspiration to be born in Sukhavati will fulfill that aspiration. You will appear in the bardo and lead them to your realm. I prostrate to the guide Amitabha. For the length of your life, innumerable kalpas, you will not pass into nirvana. You abide manifestly now. It is said that anyone who prays to you with one-pointed devotion, even if their lifespan is exhausted, unless that is caused by the ripening of karma, you will live 100 years. You will avert all untimely death. I prostrate to the protector Amitabha. It is said that there is greater merit in hearing the names Amitabha and Sukhavati and joining one's palms with faith than in filling countless billion world realms with jewels and giving them in generosity. I therefore prostrate to Amitabha with devotion. Anyone who, hearing Amitabha's name, sincerely gives rise to faith from the depths of their heart, even once, cannot be turned back from the path of awakening. I prostrate to the protector Amitabha. Having heard the name of the Buddha Amitabha until one reaches the essence of awakening, one will not be born as a woman without power. One will be born of good family. In every birth, one's morality will be pure. I prostrate to the Sugata Amitabha. I offer my body, possessions, and roots of virtue, whatever actually prepared offerings there are, mentally emanated auspicious substances and signs, and the 7 jewels, the pre-existing billion worlds with their billion sets of 4 continents, Mount Meru, the sun and the moon, and all the luxuries of gods, nagas, and humans. Bringing all of these to mind, I offer them to Amitabha. For my benefit, accept them through your compassion. I confess all the wrongdoing I and all beings, my parents included, have done throughout beginningless time up to now, such as killing, stealing, and fornication. I admit and confess the 3 wrongdoings of body, lying, calumny, harsh words, and gossip. I admit and confess the 4 wrongdoings of speech, covetousness, malice, and wrong views. I admit and confess the 3 wrongdoings of mind, the killing of one's father, mother, acharya, or an arhat, and the shedding of a Buddha's blood with malicious intent. I admit and confess the 5 worst actions, killing a bhikshu or shramanara, seducing a nun, and destroying images, stupas, or temples. I admit and confess the nearly worst actions, swearing by the 3 jewels, temples, scriptures, or the 3 supports, and swearing by them falsely. I admit and confess the wrongdoing of rejecting Dharma. Worse than killing all beings in the 3 realms is the degeneration of bodhisattvas. I admit and confess pointless great wrongdoing, thinking that the benefits of virtue, the harm from wrongdoing, and the suffering and lifespan in hell are untrue. Mere sayings is worse than the 5 worst actions. I admit and confess the wrongdoing from which it is hard to be freed, the 4 defeats, the 13 remainders, the downfalls, the confessables, and the misdemeanors, the 5 classes. I admit and confess impairments of the Praktimosha morality, the 4 negativities and the 5, and 8 downfalls. I admit and confess impairments of the Bodhisattva training, the 14 root downfalls and the 8 major branches. I admit and confess impairments of secret mantra samaya, the wrongdoing done when not under vows, such as fornication and drinking alcohol, actions that are naturally unwholesome. I admit and confess unwitting wrongdoing. Although I have taken the vow of refuge and empowerments, I admit and confess downfalls of commitment through not knowing how to keep the vows and samaya they entail. Without regret, confession will not purify. I confess all past wrongdoing with great shame, fear, and regret, as though I had swallowed poison. If there is no commitment, henceforth there will be no purification. From now onward, even at the risk of my life, I vow not to engage in wrongdoing. Sugata Amitabha and your bodhisattvas, grant your blessings that my being be purified. If when one hears of another's virtue, one is without the negativity of jealousy and rejoices from one's heart, it is said that one will gain equal merit. I therefore rejoice in all the virtuous deeds of Aryas and ordinary beings. I rejoice in their generation of bodhicitta and their vast benefit for beings. The 10 virtues that are the opposites of the 10 wrongdoings, saving others' lives, giving generously, chastity, speaking truthfully, healing discord, speaking gently and straightforwardly, conversing meaningfully, having little desire, cultivating love and compassion, and practicing Dharma. I rejoice in those virtuous actions. All of you who have recently attained perfect Buddhahood in any of the numberless realms in the 10 directions, I urge you to soon turn the vast wheel of Dharma. I pray that you hear me with your clairvoyance. All Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, holders of Dharma, and spiritual friends who wish to pass into nirvana, I pray that you do not do so, but remain. I dedicate this and all my virtue of the 3 times to the benefit of all beings. May they all quickly attain unsurpassable awakening and empty samsara's 3 realms from their depths. May this virtue quickly ripen in me. In this life, may the 18 untimely deaths be prevented. May I be healthy and as vigorous as a youth. May my wealth be as inexhaustible as the Ganges in summer. Unharmed by Maras or enemies, may I practice genuine Dharma. May all my wishes be fulfilled in accord with Dharma and my intentions. May I accomplish vast benefit for Dharma and beings. May my human body be meaningful. May I and all connected to me, as soon as we pass from this life, actually see in front of us the emanated Buddha Amitabha surrounded by his Sangha of Bodhisattvas. Seeing them, may we feel joy. May we be without suffering at death. May the 8 Bodhisattvas appear miraculously in the sky. May they show me the way and lead me to Sukhavati. The suffering in the lower states is unbearable. The pleasures of gods and humans are impermanent. May I be afraid of this. Throughout beginningless time up to now, samsara has lasted for a very long time. May I feel sorrow about this. I might be born repeatedly as a human being, but I would experience birth, aging, sickness, and death countless times. There are many obstacles in this degenerate time. The pleasures of humans and gods are like food mixed with poison. May I have not so much a hair's worth of desire for them. May my family, food, wealth, and friends are impermanent like illusions or dreams. May I have not so much as a hair's worth of attachment to them. My land, my vicinity, and my home are just like one's home in a dream. May I know them to be unreal. May I flee the ocean of samsara from which it is so hard to get free, like a felon escaping from prison. May I flee to the realm of Sukhavati without looking back. Having severed all craving and clinging, may I fly through the western sky like a vulture freed from a snare, passing countless worlds in an instant and reach Sukhavati. May I see the face of Amitabha, who is actually present there. May all my obscurations be purified. The best of the 4 births is instantaneous birth in the heart of a lotus flower. May I take such a birth, my body complete in an instant. May it have the marks and signs. Doubt as to whether or not I will be born there would cause me to remain in the lotus for 500 years. I would be happy and comfortable and would hear the Buddha's speech, but because of the flower not opening, my seeing the Buddha's face would be delayed. May that not happen to me. As soon as I am born, may my flower open, may I see Amitabha's face. Through merit and miraculous powers, may vast clouds of offerings emanate from my palms. May I present them to the Buddha and his entourage. At that time, may the Tathagata extend his right hand and place it on my head. May I receive prophecy of my awakening. Having heard profound and vast Dharma, may my being be ripened and liberated. May I be blessed and cared for by the 2 foremost bodhisattvas, Avalokita and Mahasambhaprapta. Every day, innumerable Buddhas and Bodhisattvas gather from the 10 directions in order to present offerings to Amitabha and view that realm. At that time, may I attend them and receive the Amrita of Dharma. With unimpeded, miraculous powers, may I go to the realms of joyous, glorious, perfect action and densely arrayed. Going there in the morning, may I receive empowerment, blessings, and vows from Akshobhya, Ratnasambhava, Amoghasiddhi, Vairocana, and other Buddhas. Having presented many offerings, may I return without difficulty to Sukhavati in the evening. In Potala, Alakavati, Shramara, Dipa, and Uddiyana. In a billion Nirmanakaya realms, may I meet a billion Avalokitas, Taras, Vajrapanis, and Padmakaras. May I present oceans of offerings to them and receive empowerment and profound instructions. May I quickly then return unimpeded to my own residence in Sukhavati. May I see with the divine eye my surviving family, monks, and disciples. May I protect and bless them and lead them to that realm at death. The duration of this fortunate kalpa is 1 day in Sukhavati. Throughout countless kalpas, there is no death. May I always remain in that realm. From Maitreya up to Rochana, when all the Buddhas of this fortunate kalpa come to this world, may I come here with miraculous powers, present offerings to those Buddhas, listen to the genuine Dharma, and return unimpeded to the realm of Sukhavati. All the features and attributes of the realms of 81 septillion Buddhas are combined in that realm that is superior to all others. May I be born in the realm of Sukhavati. Its precious ground is as even as the palm of a hand, vast and spacious. It blazes brightly and radiantly. It is soft and supple. May I be born in that pleasant, gentle, spacious realm. The wish-fulfilling trees are composed of many jewels and are decorated by leaves of silk and precious fruit. In them are emanated birds whose sweet calls proclaim profound and vast Dharma. May I be born in that wondrous realm. There are many rivers of scented water with the 8 attributes. There are also bathing pools of Amrita surrounded by steps and bricks of the 7 jewels. Lotus flowers with sweet fragrance and fruit emit countless rays of light. The ends of those light rays are adorned by emanated Buddhas. May I be born in that amazing realm. Even the names of the 8 unleisured states in lower realms are unheard of there. Kleshas, the 5 and 3 poisons, sickness, dawns, enmity, poverty, quarreling, and all other sufferings are unheard of in that realm. May I be born in that realm of great happiness. There is no sexuality there and no birth from a womb. All are born from within lotus flowers. Everyone's bodies are alike and golden in color. They are adorned by the marks and signs such as the Ushnisha on their heads. All have the 5 clairvoyances and the 5 eyes. May I be born in that realm of countless attributes. In self-arisen palaces of diverse jewels, whatever is wanted arises upon recollection. No effort is necessary. Everything one needs or wants is spontaneously present. There is no I, no you, and no self-fixation. Offering clouds of whatever one wishes arise from the palms of one's hands. Everyone there practices unsurpassable Mahayana Dharma. May I be born in that realm wherever joy and comfort arises. A fragrant breeze sends down rains of flowers. From all the trees, rivers, and lotuses, clouds of sumptuous offerings constantly emerge. Pleasing forms, sounds, scents, tastes, and textures. Although there is no ordinary gender, emanated Devis constantly present offerings. When one wishes to sit, there are precious palaces. When one wishes to lie down, there are mattresses and pillows of silk on fine, precious beds. When one wishes to hear them, birds, trees, rivers, and music give forth the melodic sound of Dharma. When one does not wish to listen, they are unheard. The pools and rivers of Amrita are of whatever temperature is desired. May I be born in that realm where everything is as wished. In that realm, the perfect Buddha Amitabha will remain, not passing into nirvana for countless kalpas. May I attend him for all that time. After Amitabha passes into peace, his dharma will remain for twice as many kalpas as the Ganges sand grains. During that time, may I be inseparable from Avalokita and his regent and uphold the genuine dharma. The dharma will wane at sunset. At the following dawn, Avalokita will attain Buddhahood, becoming the Buddha called King of Massive Splendor, elevated above all. From that time, may I serve him and listen to the Dharma. His lifespan will be 96 septillion kalpas. May I continually attend and serve him and uphold the Dharma with perfect retention. After his nirvana, his dharma will remain for 610,300,000 kalpas. During that time, may I uphold the dharma and be inseparable from Mahasamta Prapta. Then Mahasamta Prapta will attain Buddhahood, becoming the Tathagata called king of amassed jewels and stable qualities. His lifespan and dharma will equal those of Avalokita. May I continually attend that Buddha, present offerings to him, and uphold all his genuine dharma. Then after that life, either in that realm or in another pure realm, may I attain unsurpassable perfect Buddhahood. After my Buddhahood, like Amitabha's, may I ripen and liberate all the beings who even just hear my name. May I guide beings through countless emanations and benefit beings effortlessly and spontaneously and immeasurably. Tathagata of immeasurable lifespan, merit, qualities, pristine wisdom, and majesty. Dharmakaya Amitabha, Bhagawan of immeasurable life and wisdom. It was said by Shakyamuni that anyone who recollects your name will be protected from fire, water, poison, weapons, yakshas, rakshasas, and all danger unless it is ripening of the previous karma. I recollect your name and prostrate to you. I pray that you protect me from all danger and suffering. Grant the blessing of perfect auspiciousness through the blessing of the Buddha's attainment of the Trikaya, the blessing of the unchanging truth of Dharmata, and the blessing of the Sangha's unwavering harmony. May my aspirations be fulfilled as intended. I prostrate to the three jewels. Tayata Panchadriya Avabodhanaya Swaha.
Om Mane Beme Hor. 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 Mane Beme Hor. Mane Beme Hor. Geva de Nyarda da Yerezevandrujana Dravajjamaleva Deyesala Gubarsho.
Raja Kala Juba Tama Tukje Che, Deva Patama Tukje Che, Longa.
Thank you so much to all who are joining on the live stream and who are here in person. May you have a long life.
Thank you, everyone. And Garchen Rinpoche has sponsored the lunch today in honor of Ayang Rinpoche for everyone here.